key numbers.
January, February, March, June. I think I skipped some. We're going to talk about months and calendars in this video. We start our year off in January in the Western world. January has 30 days. The next month is February. February has 28 days unless it is a leap year. A leap year has one extra day in the month of February. So instead of 28 days, it would have 29 days. This is to account for the fact that the Earth takes 365 days and almost 6 hours to orbit around the sun.
65 days to orbit our sun.
Plus almost 6 hours. And so, if you add that up over the course of 4 years, you get an extra day, which is why every 4 years we have a leap year. 29 days in February. That means in years like 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020, we have had leap years. In the month of March, we have 31 days. 31 days. And it's still winter here in the Western world. But in March, spring starts. And then we end up going into April, which has 30 days.
How many days are in
Let's rewind to February. February has 28 days. But if it's a leap year, we will have 29 days. And again, that is just because...
More days than February.
That's right. March has more days than February. But if it's a leap year, we'll have one extra day in February to make it 29.
That means the end of the day. And look at those fireworks.
Woohoo! In April, we have 30 days. It's still springtime in May, but in May, we have 31 days. Followed by June. Now in June, we go from spring to summer. It starts getting warmer here out in the Western world, and we only have 30 days in June. January, 31 days of winter, first month of the year. Here comes February, 28 days of winter. 29 if it's a leap year. It's the third month of the year. Second month, ha 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 ha. Here comes a month of March, 31 days of winter and spring, going into April, the fourth month of the year. April Fools, 30 days of spring. Before we get to May, the fifth month of the year, don't forget about Cinco de Mayo in the fifth month of the year. Here comes June, 30 days of spring and summertime. Hey, school's out, we're feeling fine. Going into July, we'll come back to that. Here comes July, 31 days of summer. Go outside, feeling fine. Here comes August, the eighth month of the year. 30 days of August. School's out, school's in, make up your mind. Here comes September, 30 days of summer and fall. Then we get into October, 31 days of fall. The leaves are turning. Here comes November, 30 days of fall. We got Veterans Day and Thanksgiving in the Western world and the US, followed by December. It's now winter and the end of the month, last month of the year. You have Hanukkah and Christmas. Everybody's jolly. Those are the months of the year. 365 days and a quarter of a day. That's how long it takes for the Earth to go around the sun. And if you do that 4 times in a row, then you get a leap year. Let's talk about the quarter. We've already said several times in this video that 1 year is 365 days plus a quarter. Well, what is a quarter? It's one part of a whole. When it comes to like a waffle or a donut or a pizza, we can share 4 equal parts. I think the pizza That sounds really good right about now. That's a good way to illustrate this. We can share 4 equal parts of the pizza with our friends. And if I have one of those parts, that's 1/4. And it's the same with a day. 1/4 of a day is about 6 hours. Our Earth orbits around the sun in 365 days and 1/4 of a day, or 6 hours. June is followed by July. July has 31 days. This is the 7th month of the year. It's summertime in the Western world. It's hot outside, maybe even hot and humid depending on where you live, like the Southeast, for example. In August, it's still summertime and we have 31 days, just like July. That's the 8th month. The 9th month, this is when people are going back to school. It starts to cool off a little bit.
September.
Towards the end of the month, September, and fall starts. September has 30 days. Now in October, if it hasn't already, it'll start to cool off mostly everywhere in the United States. There are some places like Florida and Hawaii that are more tropical than others that actually maintain a really nice temperature all year round. But September has 30 days and fall begins. In October, there are 31 days. Whoa! Depending on where you live, it might even get snow in October. Wait a second, I skipped October. There we go, October, 31 days. In November, there are 30 days and Thanksgiving. That's the 4th Thursday every year in the United States. And then finally, to close out the year, or the 12th month of the year, is December. It has 31 days. Okay, here's a little trick you can use your knuckles with so that you can remember the months of the year. Start with your first knuckle. January has 31 days. Go into the space between your middle finger and your index finger. This means you don't have 31 days. February has 28, or maybe 29, depending on whether it's a leap year. March has 31 days. Go to the next little divot. April has 30 days. May has 31. June has 30, and then your last knuckle for your pinky finger, that's July. July has 31. And then you start on that knuckle again. August has 31. Go to the divot. September has 30. October has 31. Next divot. November has 30. And you're back to your middle knuckle. December has 31 days. How many days are in a year? Now, in case you forgot, a year is 300 and how many days? 65. 365 days plus 1/4 of a day, or about 6 hours. January, February, March, and April, May. Hey, I really had a lot of fun learning about months and the calendar with you. I want to see you on next video, but so that you don't miss any of our videos, you need to smash that big red subscribe button. I don't think you can hit the notifications bell right now, but what you can do is join the newsletter so that you stay in touch. We're going to do this. We are in this for the long haul so that we can transform math education for the youngins. And let's face it, math education is bad enough, and it can be really boring. We're going to turn that script around. Let's do it together. Catch you next time. God bless.
See, what's this person doing? See, meow, they're circling numbers, see, meow, like 1 and 2. But they're leaving out 7, see? This month has 31 days. September, see, meow, September has 30 days, see? September 13th must be a fabulous day, meow, see?
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis on a mission to build, resupply, and to do research on the International Space Station.
Houston now controlling. Atlantis begins its penultimate journey to shore up the International Space Station. Atlantis now in the proper alignment for its 8.5-minute ride to orbit. 4.5 million pounds of hardware and humans taking aim on the International Outpost. 30 seconds into the flight. Atlantis almost 2 miles in altitude, almost 6 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center already, traveling 500 miles an hour. The 3 liquid fuel main engines now throttling back to 72% of rated performance, going into the bucket, reducing the stress on the shuttle as it breaks through the sound barrier.
Clean first.